Can it be? Is it really true? That's right, retro game lovers, the year of retro gaming is back! Now, don't get too excited. I'm not going to be aiming for one episode every week like I did in the main series last year. The goal here is to include some games that I missed in the initial run. I had a lot of old games suggested to me by others, so this is my way of thanking them for sticking with me throughout the 68 previous videos. This week I'm calling episode 4.5, since that's where it would have fit if I'd played Wonder Boy in amongst all the others. But first, a bit of exciting news. I've gone a little eBay crazy since I got back from my holiday. When I was in Tokyo with my eyes gaping out of my head at the Super Potato Store, I actually got to play a Virtual Boy. And while it's all too easy to see why the thing tanked, I couldn't help but feel that it was kinda awesome at the same time, so I bought myself one. I've got 3 games, Mario Clash, Mario's Tennis and Wario Land. The first 2 are relatively forgettable, but Wario is a cool game, if a bit short. I reckon it's better than the first one on the Game Boy though. I reckon my Virtual Boy is pretty darn cool. It's become a great talking piece. When people visit, they see it and say, "What the hell is that?" And then I let them have a go, and then they say, "You're an idiot." Good times. My other new purchase just arrived a couple of days ago and can happily sit alongside my copy of Seiken 3. It's a full boxed version of Star Fox 2. A game that never existed, now exists in a very real way in my own house. And check it out, the cartridge is red. Awesome! I just played through the entire game in one sitting today. It really is very easy and pretty darn short. I wonder if there were plans to tweak it more before its planned release 17 years ago. At any rate, I've got it and it's now sitting on my shelf. I've got another unreleased game on the way, so I'll be sure to show it off once it arrives. Aren't we lucky there are some passionate, clever people out there on the interwebs? But for now, let's get into some retro gaming, some real retro gaming. Let's go way back into the past to a game that came out originally in arcades in 1987 and hit the Sega Master System in the following year. I'll be honest, I was never much a fan of the Master System. Not many people were, the console pretty much crashed and burned, but since it was the first real rival to Nintendo Superpowers, and it was a cheaper alternative, it developed a bit of a passionate fanbase. And let's be honest, the Master System was capable of much more detailed and colourful graphics than the poor old NES. Last year, my only Master System game was Alex Kidd, which I thought was pretty much rubbish. Let's see if Wonder Boy can show me some good old Sega love. Trying to understand the Wonder Boy franchise and fathom how it all fits together is a lesson in frustration and futility. It's a jumbled mess that I still don't understand after reading all about it on Wikipedia. Wikipedia knows everything. The basic story is this. The original game was Wonder Boy. Sega owned the rights to the characters, but not the game itself, so it was re-released by Hudson Soft and called Adventure Island. From there, both Wonder Boy and Adventure Island would spin off into different directions and have a number of sequels. Monster Land was the first sequel to Wonder Boy, and it was a radical departure from the original caveman jumping to collect fruit and ride skateboards game. It's basically a platform slash-em-up with some very mild RPG elements. Basically means you can build up your money reserves to buy new equipment at the shops. Something about this game kind of reminds me a bit of Zelda 2. Some of the enemies and environments are slightly similar, I don't know. The 8-bit graphics are nice enough, full of bright and vibrant colours, but unfortunately, like Alex Kidd, the graphics have a real blandness to them. There's colour, but there's no art direction. Then again, this was 1987, so who am I to talk about art direction? Little Wonder Boy there controls alright. He's not brilliant, but he's not terrible. He's got some pretty amazing powers. Check this out. Look at me, I'm Jesus. I think there must be a lot of secrets to discover in this game. Sometimes you can find items just by jumping around, and sometimes knocking on random walls will open up a secret shop to buy cool new items from. Look, for a product of its time, I found Wonder Boy to be pretty enjoyable. It's definitely old school though, and it hasn't aged well in a way that, say, the Mario series has. Anyone who enjoys their platform games simplistic with a very light smattering of RPG would probably have some fun with Wonder Boy. It's certainly a better poster boy for the Master System than Alex Kidd. So that's all for this week. Keep an eye on the blog, I've got a few more internal episodes planned. What retro goodness will I be playing next? You'll have to wait and see. Peace out.